Hello, dear Divine Feminine Goddess, and welcome to this now monthly Twin Flame Tuesday Divine Masculine Energy Empowerment Message, wherein we dive into, look at that masculine energy, both within ourselves, of course, and in our external masculine. However, it's important to recognize that when we do this these check-ins of awareness, of wondering where our energy is, what's going on within us, and of course, what's going on in our counterpart, it's all about what's going on in you. That's the big key you've got to realize for yourself, is that the same masculine energy that is in your external masculine counterpart, that energy is in you. And therefore, this twin flame journey is really ultimately about you experiencing that inner union, bringing your own inner feminine and inner masculine energies into balance, therefore into union. And that is when you come to realize that you have broken yourself free from any possible trap you could be finding yourself in particular, the twin flame trap, wherein there's so much perpetuation in the twin flame realm of ego attachment. It is just astronomical, the perpetuation that is perpetuated, the perpetuation of this encouragement for you to cling to just this one person simply because they bear the label of twin flame. Around here, we look for and we find our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey, which that is what a twin flame journey is. It is the ultimate self-love empowerment journey where you really have to see yourself, not just in yourself, but in this external counterpart. And that's when you'll also begin to really recognize that the entire world is in truth your mirror. It's showing something to you that you need to see at all times about that which is in yourself, whether it's something that's contrasting or something that's aligned. And so today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on this inner masculine energy and bring that energy more into alignment with your own inner feminine, more into alignment with being balanced and grounded and anchored in your own power, the very power that is and can be found only inside of you. And again, then, to reiterate, a twin flame journey really is a self-love empowerment journey. So with that, come with me into the forest for more than the trees. Let's discover and embrace all this intuition sees. Together we shall come to know that which we need and reclaim our goddess power on this twin flame journey indeed. With that, my name is Rochelle Richard, in case I didn't mention that. And I am so excited for you to join my little corner over here at Empowerment Experiences, where we are, yes, healing twin flames, healing the inner child. We are healing our traumas, our wounds, our sabotages, our habits, our patterns, our programs. We're shifting all of these things so that we can truly be rising and thriving on this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey. And so with that, let us check in with where our masculine energy is at this time. And boom, we already have 1, 2, 3, strength. You're definitely in that space where your own inner masculine, just as your external masculine. And I encourage you to actually take a step back and look at this from a more bird's eye view. Right? As though you're at the top of the tree, right? You found your strength to see this from a different perspective, to then be able to also see that your masculine energy within yourself is growing stronger in its own worthiness, in its own enoughness, which means you, dear Divine Feminine, are growing stronger in your own worthiness, your own strength, because as your inner masculine and your inner feminine get more and more into balance, you naturally grow stronger. You naturally are more grounded in your experience, and of course more grounded and connected with your power, and therefore more aligned with welcoming in the prosperity that you've been calling in. I'm hearing this whole space of, dear Divine Masculine, within me and within thee, you are not here to prove yourself to me or another. You are here to be all that you are and all that you've come to be. And when you begin to recognize the power, the worthiness, the value of you, that is when you let all of this abundance and prosperity come through. So as you allow yourself to recognize more and more and more that the external masculine that you can be so obsessive about, and when I say this, recognize I am speaking from my own experience, having been on this twin flame journey as well, that we get very hung up on this one individual. And so we in turn then keep ourselves stuck because we are stuck on one person. Regardless of what the label is, you've got to transcend that label so that you can truly transcend the limitations of that label, and in turn fully expand into your strength and fully open yourself up for the prosperity and the generosity of the universe. And it's learning to be truly, genuinely generous with yourself. And by this, I'm feeling to acknowledge, of course, that generosity needing to be with giving yourself grace. Giving yourself immense amount of grace. Giving any other masculines in your space who are on this spiritual awakening, this soul expansion, soul empowerment journey. Giving them grace as well, just as you are giving to yourself. Because there, just as with the Divine Feminine, there is so much upheaval in ourselves and in our world right now because all of this heavier shit that we've been holding on to and afraid of letting go of, because it is the identity of the ego, it's the identity of humanity, it's the identity especially of masculine. Right? Masculine can be very prideful, very stubborn in its energy, and can then be keeping itself apart from that vulnerability and its true strength, because the strength is found in vulnerability. You have to be willing to be vulnerable in order to truly be strong. And this is where we are right now. You have to be vulnerable to really be open and let that prosperity in. So it is a time of, yes, great upheaval for both the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energies, but it is also a time of really expanding into what genuine divine generosity is about, both with yourself and with others. Okay, so really allowing yourself to acknowledge for yourself all the ways that you can be and can cultivate more generosity for yourself and in turn for others without, and here's the key, goddess, without draining your cup, without pouring anything out of an already depleted cup. That's the key. Because remember, you have to be truly generous with yourself, which means you are filling your own cup and overflowing that into those around you. And the Divine Masculine within you is learning this. He's learning this healthy selfish, what it truly means to fill that cup that belongs to him first, or the energies, that masculine energy within yourself, without needing to be so self-sacrificing. Okay? Oh, well, I turned this over, and this is why. This is why we're in the midst of a time of renewal. That is exactly why the upheaval is so massive, so intense, why it does feel like things are crumbling all the way around. It's because just as with that divine feminine space, the divine masculine must endure and overcome the same. This whole shedding the old version of self, the old way of being, the old habits and patterns and beliefs that we once held. You've got to step out and allow yourself to be doing different and therefore being different. You've got to be the one to make that decision about who and what you're truly stepping into. Who is this next version of self? Who are you going through this renewal process to become? Who is this next version of yourself? This strong and stable masculine energy in union with this adaptive and malleable and receptive feminine energy. And so it's just this beautiful dance of balance, inner balance. But first, we have to clear away what is creating the imbalance, and therefore a time of renewal, And in this time of renewal, it is about harnessing the energy within you. It is about acknowledging, first and foremost, the energy within you, therefore the power within you to transcend all that is attempting to pull you down and keep you in this old. It is about finding your strength, because it is inside you. You don't have to look for it. You just have to let yourself feel that it's already there. That it's already there. Oof. And already, right off the bat. We do this by having stillness, by anchoring into the present moment, connecting with your power right here and now, because right here and now is the only space, place, and time wherein you can find and connect with your power. So take that time to really be with yourself, to allow for this internal masculine and this inner feminine to communicate with each other within yourself. Allow you to become whole with you. That's exactly what we are all going through right now. This reunification of that which we once were. The wholeness, the completeness, the return to that space and place of feeling whole again. But you have to be the one to allow that to be. And so in order to do that, in order to allow that to be in that space and that energy, we've got to surrender some shit. We've got to be putting things down that are weighing us down. Oof. Right off the bat. Oh my goodness. Surrender to inner peace. And here we are, stillness, right? This inner union, this inner balance, this inner peace. You are your point of attraction, and you are a point of attraction that is emitting a vibration. So if you can close your eyes for a moment and begin to fathom that inside of you is this point, this core space where from that resonates a frequency. And as it does, it like ripples in a pond, it begins to build and amplify and expand outward and outward and outward. So imagine if you are really, truly keeping your attention and your energy fully focused on your inner world, on your inner union. Even, yes, especially on this twin flame journey where you have an external counterpart. Because I'm betting if you are all worked up and in struggle and sabotage, that what you're doing is you are clinging to your counterpart. You have such a grip on him that the ego attachment that is that clinging to your counterpart is the very thing that's keeping you from this state of inner peace, this inner union. because you are reaching for and clinging to something outside of you. But you cannot. There is nothing outside of you that is capable of giving you what you need inside of you. All of that has to come from within, and that's why we do this work. That's why you have to allow yourself to go and grow into and through spaces and places you've not been, and do the work that you may be afraid to do. Because on the other side of that, your inner peace is waiting for you. Everything that you keep asking for, everything that you desire, it's on the other side of that. So the other thing, so we're surrendering two things, right? We're letting this good shit in. We're letting ourselves feel what we desire to be feeling, what we desire to be cultivating. We're allowing ourselves to feel this within ourselves already, so we can then have the strength to amplify that out into the world. And when we do that, we draw back to us things of the same, more of the same. So in order to really be rising and thriving through this time of upheaval for both the divine feminine and divine masculine energies, especially to be bringing them into balance with each other, it is about what you're focusing on. Just as with the divine feminine energy empowerment message for this month, it is exactly that. What are you focusing on? What are you thinking about? What are you giving your attention and your energy to? What are you feeding? Because what you're feeding is what you are growing more of. And so right now, this divine masculine, as he is coming out of his shell, this part of you within, and in turn, of course, your external, as he is coming more and more, bit by bit, out of his shell, getting more and more comfortable with being uncomfortable, the way that you're going to continue this journey, this expansion, is by making sure you are very discerning as to that which you are giving your attention, your focus, your energy, because that's what you're growing. That's what you are attracting more of. And so right now, here's another journal prompt that I'm feeling right here for surrendering to inner peace and surrendering to passion. For each of these, ask yourself, what are ways that I can allow for greater peace within myself? What are ways that I can allow for greater passion within myself? Meaning, what are things that you can think, that you can visualize, that you can listen to, you can eat, you can breathe, you can smell, you can touch, you can experience? What things, what thoughts, what empowerment tools, boom, what empowerment tools are at my fingertips for me to allow greater inner peace? What empowerment tools are available to me that will allow for greater passion? And this passion, obviously, it's not simply a sexual thing, but passion about what you're creating, passion about what you enjoy doing, what your hobbies are, what your mission is. With that, let's find out what our angel number is. Our wonderful little angel number message here. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. 7171. Let's see what that could be. 7171. And watch. Oh, I do have it. Hey! I do have it. Ooh, what are we talking about, goddess? What are we talking about? 7171 is here to inspire you to make wise choices aligned with desired outcomes. What do you desire? See? Desired outcomes, greater inner peace, greater passion, meaning passion, more excitement for your life, more excitement for your purpose, more excitement, period. So 7171 says, listen to your intuition and wisdom, because Goddess, you already have the answers within you. It's just a matter of you allowing that clarity to come through. So here brings assurance of the presence and guidance of Source, God, universe, whatever you call it, the Creator, great mystery, whatever you call it. This is your assurance from 7171 that the presence of Source, of that which is all and everything, is here and always present. Always. 7171 is here to tell you that positive energy is flowing into your life. But of course, the more you pivot away from and focus toward positive things, naturally, the more positive energy is going to flow into your life. What you are soon to receive is influenced by your heart's desire. Thus, why this surrender to passion and inner peace is so vital right now, so that you are truly anchored and amplifying from your heart space and attracting to you that which is your heart's desire. 7171 is all about creative energy. What are we creating? This is just so spot on. I love these things. And so 7171 is telling us to focus on the words you speak for conscious manifesting. This is why all this upheaval. We're letting go of all of the subconscious patterning, all the robotic ways of being and unconscious ways of being, and expanding more and more into consciousness, a higher level of consciousness. Even the Divine Feminine reading for this month is the angel number 1010, which is again the second time in a row we've gotten that number, very random out of the pouch here, that is about elevating to a higher level of consciousness. This is why the upheaval, this is why such major shifts and changes and rearranges are currently underway, because the old has to fall away. And here we are, just like we're saying here, we're no longer in the old, but not yet in the new. 7171 says we are in the middle of or about to start something new of great positive potential. A new phase in life. Well, of course, as we release this old version of self and step more and more into the new, that is exactly what that is. New, yes. Positive, that's your choice. What are you choosing to give your attention to think about, to create, to believe about yourself? All of these things are so important. And I'm here to tell you, sister, you are not expected to do it alone. And I am so excited that the Rise and Thrive Goddess Tribe is slowly and perfectly aligned with attracting more incredible goddesses just like yourself, so that we can all be going and growing, rising and thriving together. We just finished the Manifesting Moon ritual process for this last month of July, and we're already going to be doing it again in September, which is a month sooner than originally planned, because there are more who've heard about it and who are eager to come in and be reclaiming power and harnessing all the power and the energy that is available to them, utilizing all of these empowerment tools that are so readily available to them, the support, the guidance, the processes, anything and everything that you need in order to really truly transcend where you are, especially if you've been stuck and repeating these cycles over and over, and you're truly ready for this new phase in life. It is time for you to join the Rise and Thrive Goddess Tribe. You can visit the website at empowermentexperiences.com/rise and thrive. I am going through some updates, so there's a lot of information that's going to change on that page. However, again, if my readings and my coaching videos resonate with you, this is the time to join and really be creating the changes in your life sooner rather than later. Because sure, you can keep putting it off. You can keep questioning and doubting and thinking, well, is this right for me? Maybe not. I don't know. But oh my gosh, I'm going to meet new people. I don't know what to expect. That's the whole thing here. You're entering into a new phase, so you have to be willing to step out and do new things to get you to new places. And those new places and spaces include where you desire to be in your manifested vision. That's someplace new, isn't it? So you have to be willing to go where you've never gone in order to go where you've never gone. So with that, Goddess, I am so grateful for you. You can definitely check out the angel number details and, of course, the Divine Masculine poetic expression, because there is a poetic expression that comes with every one of my readings. And that's shared separate as a short. You can also see all of this information on my Instagram at Healing Twin Flames. I also do weekly Instagram lives on Empowerment Experiences for short. So be sure to connect with me across all platforms. And by all means, I'm also on Telegram at Healing Twin Flames. That is my Telegram channel. And it is public. So with that, other than all of that, oh my goodness, Goddess, I am so grateful for you. I'm so excited for all of us, for what is collapsing and crumbling because of what is well on its way. So remember, Goddess, for all of this to come through it, to transcend it, to surrender to it, to cultivate it, to align with it, all which you desire to achieve, that power, the power is in your hands, Goddess. Because that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste.